In this video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on Zoom and its many features. In particular, we'll look at some creative options, we'll look at the security options you have available, and also just how you can record your own standalone videos for other editing purposes. So, to get started, head to the website and sign up. Today I'll be showcasing the free version, but the paid versions offer extended features. The most notable limit on the free version is the 40-minute time limit on a meeting. You can sign up via Google, Facebook or email, and then options for your profile will appear. I won't go too far into the website settings, however I do want to point out this personal meeting ID. You'll be using this number when you set up your own meetings, or there is an option to auto-generate a meeting ID. Now from here I want to show you the app itself, which you can download and install on your device. You can always come back to these settings online to set more advanced options. To download the app, go to Resources and then download Zoom Client. There are a number of options here. Today I'll show you the Mac Desktop Zoom app. You can also download and install it on your smartphone. So now it's time to run your meeting. So let's go back to the main app screen where you have a number of options. Next to New Meeting is this little drop down which allows you to copy your personal ID to the clipboard and easily paste it into the body of an email, then send to other participants. There is also quick access to your meeting ID settings such as password, video and audio selections, and then more advanced options like enabling a waiting room. A waiting room is highly recommended security-wise as it allows you, the host, to decide who joins the meeting. But if you want to go straight into starting a new meeting, click directly on the orange icon. The other options include Join, so if someone has sent you a meeting ID, simply enter that number here and also select your preferred audio and video option, then click Join. On most meetings, you're going to be prompted to enter a password as well. You can easily schedule a meeting by selecting this icon. Give your meeting a unique name, set the date and time, and importantly the time zone if you have international participants. You have the option to set up a recurring meeting. And then of course, more options for generating the meeting ID, password, audio and video. So I highly recommend using a password for any meeting that you set up. Now Zoom has gone ahead and security wise, they've actually made this mandatory. So they've auto-generated a password for every meeting. It means that any participant that wants to join into your meeting, they need a password to get in. For this free version of Zoom, my settings have actually been locked in by the admin that automatically generates a password for all meetings. By setting a meeting without a password, it means anyone with your personal meeting ID can actually join in that meeting at any stage. So you could just have some random people from anywhere in the world Zoom bomb your meeting. If you have your calendar linked, then you can set a calendar reminder to be added. Advanced options are the same as New Meeting and Join features. The last icon is for Share Screen, so you can easily just share your screen visual and audio with your meeting ID. So now that you've scheduled a meeting, let's actually go into a live meeting and see just some of the features you can adjust. The first screen you will see is text outlining the meeting details. So again, you can copy and paste the meeting ID to invite extra participants via email. You can see here Start Video, I've auto selected to off, but my audio is on. Once participants join, turn your video on when you're ready. There's also another option down here to invite other participants, which we've already covered. The Manage Participants option will show an extra panel where all your participants will be listed by name. As the host, you can manually switch their audio on and off. Next up is Share Your Screen. Once you click on this, it will give you options of which screen to share. So firstly, it will show you your monitors that are connected, options for your smartphone connections, and also the apps that you have open on your desktop. There's even advanced options for opening specific files such as Dropbox. So let's say you have a PowerPoint presentation, you can easily show this by sharing your screen and running through that presentation. You can also annotate items such as drawing, adding shapes, text and more. It's easy to stop sharing your screen at any stage by clicking down here. Moving along, you have chat options, which again show up in this panel, so participants can view chat at any time. Finally, there is the record option. Once you have everyone in the meeting, your settings just right and you're ready to start, then you can press the record button if you need this meeting documented for future reference. At any stage you can pause the recording so you get one file at the end of the meeting, or by pressing stop, this will actually create separate files that will convert when the meeting ends. So the other great feature when the meeting starts with multiple participants is the viewing options. So each participant can choose if they wish to see each speaker in the larger frame. By default, the person talking will fill this part of the screen with other participants minimized. but I prefer the gallery view so everyone is the same size. The person speaking will be highlighted so you know who to look at if you have a large number of people joined into the meeting. When it's time to finish the meeting, click on Leave Meeting if the other participants want to continue, or End Meeting for all. Your recording will then be converted to a video and audio file. So that's how easy it is to run and schedule a meeting. Okay, so the setup is ready. Now it's time to show you the creative features via the desktop app. First, let's have a look at the settings you can adjust by clicking the gear icon here. So just quickly going through, you have many general settings you can best utilize your computer setup, reminders and themes. You can click on View More Settings to go back to your Zoom account and adjust your advanced settings. The video tab is where things get exciting, where you can choose your preferred camera. I actually have either my MacBook camera, or I can connect my DSLR through this CamTwist app. And it's good to see the developers have been very thoughtful with this option to touch up my appearance, helping to soften your features. Audio allows you to select the input and outputs and some very handy advanced settings such as removing background noise and echoes. Now this may be handy if you're in a large room or have tiled floors that allow for room echo, although I haven't tested the quality of this feature. Moving down, there is share screen options. Chat gives some advanced options for you to explore, including message displays and notifications. Next is virtual background, and this is where we can get really creative. Look, I'm pretty excited about this, and so should you. First up, you'll be prompted to download an app called Smart Virtual Background. What this app does is allows you to switch out your background, which is great if you actually want to hide something like a messy background. The app does a decent job of identifying my outline from the background, but as you can see, if I move around, the edges are a bit hit and miss. If you want your edges looking crisper, then select You Have Your Own Green Screen Background, which I just happen to have. I didn't need to spend too much on this pop-up green screen, which is really easy to set up and store away. You can add your own background image or video by clicking this plus symbol, then locate an image on your hard drive that you'd like to use as a backdrop. Make sure you click off Mirror My Video so any text won't display in reverse. So my suggestion, if you're using Zoom for business purposes, is to actually get a background image design in your company colours and with your logo, and a designer can definitely help you out with this. My main suggestion is that you make sure that it's 16:9 proportions. You can even have a video playing on loop in the background. Again, see if you can get a video producer to create a looping background with your branding. The next option is recordings. You can designate the best location to save the video and audio recordings with an option to select this location after the meeting ends. Now, one great feature of this is not only do you get an MP4 files with video and audio combined into one, you also get a separate audio file. Then there are other options such as creating a separate audio file or optimizing for third-party video editors, which means it will create an MP4 file with higher quality and a larger file size. So take it from me as an editor, the higher the quality, the better the end result, and it's going to be much easier for an editor to work with. Going down, there are a few other options for recordings. So before we move on to the next options, I just want to pause here and just talk about the features so far. So we've discussed about the audio, the video settings, the shared screens and the virtual backgrounds. Essentially what we've done is created a neat little video recording studio. To create a standalone video presentation, if you set up a meeting as the only participant, you can adjust your settings and then record your own fully branded content and get a recorded video file to edit yourself or send to an editor. This Zoom desktop app has other great options for chat only, which has some handy features. You can grab screenshots of meetings, save links and files, document ideas and draft messages. The meeting tabs is also very handy. You can also see your upcoming scheduled meetings, whether you've set those up yourself or you've been invited to. And click on Recorded if you want to review a previous meeting recording, whether via audio or video. You even have the option to delete these recordings. And finally, the Contacts tab. This is where you can add a list of your contacts, which is quite handy, particularly if you have regular people you set up meetings with. You can save their email address for quick reference. So you can also add a channel. So if you've got a creative team of say 10 that you need to schedule a meeting for, you can add all their details here. Then when you send a meeting invite out, instead of inviting people individually, you can select the Meet channel option as a one-click send to all. It's also handy for group channel chats by choosing Chat. You can also have a wide range of apps to work with Zoom. By clicking this option, you'll be given a list of suitable apps via the website. By selecting an app, you can see how it collaborates with Zoom. I won't go into this app feature too much, it's just very handy to know this option is available. So there you have it, a comprehensive look at Zoom and its many great features for video conference calls, for presentations, and also those standalone video recordings. Look, stay safe, stay well, and look forward to catching up with you in the next video.